What'd you break?
So you're probably wondering, looks like another unassuming day here at Corey's garage, but we got some problems. What would look like any other normal day, or week should I say, is very far from it. So what do we have here? We have a 2012 Honda Civic, and what would look like, you know, something you'd see at a high school parking lot, or maybe even a college campus, or a rural country area. It just looks like a normal vehicle, but there's one issue, something wrong. When I bought this car, I done my first oil change on it, and I noticed when I pulled the plug out that it came out with the threads due to over tightening. Well, so what I did is I got a deeper plug, because the factory plug only goes like a third of the way in, and it's got a good inch of thread. So I got a deeper plug from like the help aisle at O'Reilly's or something, and put that in there, and it's gotten by. I've changed this probably 6-7 times every 5,000 miles, whatever. They say 9,000. I'm not waiting 9,000 to change my oil on that. I want the maximum use out of that car. It's a great tool. But this time, due for an oil change, I bought the stuff, took the plug out, everything came out with it. Like, it was literally, I could have took it with my fingers. So if the plug would have fell out, the motor would have locked up, you know. If I wouldn't have got it shut down, I think the oil would have hit the exhaust and smoked really bad. But I don't know, man. It's messed up. So Amazon's got this tool that I saw in some other videos I ordered. It's supposed to be here today. I'm waiting on it. So yeah, still waiting on Amazon for that to show up. But yeah, I got to roll that in there. This new tool cuts the threads out and rethreads it, kind of like a helicoil or whatever. So I got to get that done. So back at it. See, the El Hondo is jacked up. The reason being, we need underneath it. But here is the tool that I bought to try to fix this problem. It's a 58850 Amazon oil pan plug rethreading set. We have all these doodads. You gotta thank you, Brandon, for your right angle drill, because I refused to buy one. But yeah, we're gonna drill it out first with that. Gonna put some grease on the end of that. Then we gotta thread and tap it for whichever one of these plugs works. And let's get under here and I'll show you. So here's what happened. Some point in this life before this car, it's got 100,000 miles on it now, and I got it when it had 70. But, and like most of the world does this, you go to like Jiffy Lube or any of these oil change places, and ever since the invention of the Impact 3/8, any of these air tools or even battery powered impacts, they use them for everything. Nobody wants to use a hand tool. Nobody wants to use a wrench. So they may think they're not over tightening, because when I first took this apart, I had to use a breaker bar and a cheater pipe to get that out. Like, literally, that you wouldn't just do that on purpose. And that's where I think like a 3/8 style impact or something is what they used on it, and it ruined the threads. This Boss that is in here is pretty deep, and the factory oil plug only threaded in that deep. Well, what I did is I got the deepest plug I could find to try to take advantage of the rest of these threads. So what I did, what's up, kiddo?
Mommy needs some help.
Okay, I'll be in there just a minute. And so what I've got to do now is I got to use that tool and knock all these threads out. We're going to enlarge it and then try to do like a helicoil style thing, but the thread tap is actually going to make its own threads. So let's get started on that. So here we go. Got the right angle drill, got that tool there. We're going to see if this works. I don't know if it will or not, but Oh man, that's cutting like crazy. Holy moly. That actually worked. Holy crap. Holy cow. Unbelievable. So we'll take and wipe this off. Took a lot of metal out of there. That's awesome. Fantastic. So now we're going to pour some oil in there, wash those shavings out, and then we'll take our threading tool and do that part. So we have this thing here that's like spring loaded in a tap, like you'd tap anything. Luckily we got some oil dripping here. So we're going to use this to push down, make sure we're going the right way. And we're going to start threading. So I don't know if you guys can see, but I'm trying to make sure that stays right straight. We're just going to keep threading, and I'll keep the pressure on that spring-loaded part so it'll stay straight. This may have been the wrong ratchet to use because... Alright, here we go. Let's go back. Nope, wrong way. So we're cutting new threads. Oh no. She got sideways on us. Crap. Yeah, it's wanting to run cockeyed on us. So after a few technical difficulties, I found that, yes, indeed, I was starting to run that tap a little crooked, but there's a spacer in that kit that you use to straighten it up. I got that, and then my ratchet broke just out of nowhere. Those cobalt ratchets you get from Lowe's are pretty good. I've had about 5 years, but it was time for it to go. So I got the spacer on, got a new ratchet. We got that threaded in, and here it is, good to go. All right, guys. So I tapped it. It was kind of a two-hand job right there. You can see it looks like it went in pretty good. The threads feel tight, but I don't know. I think this kit is dead on, a really good one. I feel like I may have not done something. I don't know. Like I said, it's tight. And it's been sitting for a while. I mean, I'm pulling on it. It's got some good threads in it. I think it's probably going to work. I've got a little bit of oil in it. Use brake clean and stuff, and it doesn't look like anything's seeping. So maybe it worked. So I'm gonna put oil in it, start this thing up and run it, and we're gonna see where we're at. All right, guys. So after 30 minutes of running, oil pan. Oh yeah, that thing's hot. Things at full operating temperature. I would say this is a success. So if you have a stripped out oil plug, you want to fix your rig, this bad boy right here, I highly recommend it. The oil pan plug rethreading set 58850. It will save you from having to put oil pan on. But you thought this was over and handled. Well, guess what? This just keeps going. Ah! So, yeah, the oil pan's fixed, everything else is. But now let's check out what's wrong with it. And I knew this was coming. And I knew it's happened because if I let this thing sit with any accessory on for every time, the poor little battery is zapped. So, looks like we'll be getting a brand new battery because I did check, it is charging. I used the battery tester and the battery's no good. So finally, it's either really cold weather or really hot weather will zap a battery. And like I had stated before, this garage has no ventilation in it. So I would imagine it's probably 115 degrees in here right now with the sun. Like, it's hot. So I'll go to Interstate and get me a new battery. Gosh dang it, these things always need something. So thanks, guys. I appreciate it. If you like what's going on in these videos, well, there's plenty more coming. So hit that like button, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.